This is Daryl Evans with Kings Vision at LAKings.com with Kings insider John Rosen. Well, one day before Game 6, Kings going to take a practice today before they head out to San Jose, travel later on this afternoon. Good sign, Jared Stoll on the ice for the Kings, be it he's in a green sweater. That's a non-contact sweater, but out there skating with the team. He was able to get on the ice for a few minutes yesterday just on his own, but coming back in back-to-back days, that's got to be a positive note, but no speculation to be made as to when he returns to the lineup. But the Kings today seem very energized after a day off. Try to get the Kings out and get loosened up for Game 6.
Yeah, regarding Jared Stoll, guardedly optimistic you have to be at this point, just that there have been no setbacks so far, that he was able to ride the bike for a couple of days and took a couple of easy skates, and now participating in a non-contact skate for the Los Angeles Kings. All that means right now is that there have been no setbacks. So far, so good. For the Los Angeles Kings, focus group back on the ice, longer practice today after they had that day off yesterday. Have another morning skate tomorrow evening, pick up the pace there as well. And Game 6, as we all know now, 5 p.m. on NBC Sports Network coming up at the Shark Tank.
Well, in Game 5 at Staples Center for the Kings, one area they really improved upon was in the face-off circle for the first time in the series, going over 50% in that department. That's definitely going to be a factor in Game 6 as well. That's an area where San Jose has dominated not only at home but throughout the series, so the Kings were able to turn that tide in their favor, out-hitting San Jose 51-24. Just everything, it seemed like the Kings were on top of their game in Game 5. They'd like to duplicate that. San Jose, on the other hand, now, you know that they're going to come back. They're a desperate hockey club facing elimination. What can we expect from San Jose? Probably a team that's going to be very aggressive but very disciplined because they don't want to go over that fine line and put themselves in penalty situation.
Absolutely. A strong power play, winning a lot more face-offs. San Jose, for the last 5 years, has ranked either first or second in the National Hockey League in face-offs. This is a team with a 37.5% power play success rate at home in the playoffs, so they're going to be trying to bank on more of the same of what got them there. The Kings have to be a very disciplined group. They can't take penalties early. They have to weather that storm, which is a challenge at the Shark Tank up at HB Pavilion, because they always come out to great starts, as we've discussed so far in this playoff series. Very good forecheck at home. We haven't quite seen that on the road yet from San Jose, but, you know, Game 6 is on the side of the Los Angeles Kings. Out of any game in the playoffs that the Los Angeles Kings have played in, 1 through 7, Kings have their best record in Game 6. Looking for a little bit of love up in Northern California coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, and when you look at the Kings, you talk about San Jose, their power play #1 in the NHL at home this year in the postseason. Kings penalty kill has a little different look at this point in the series than it did early on when San Jose was able to score a couple of goals in their building. Matt Green being one of the big differences back in the blue line, a big heavy defenseman. He had an impact in Game 5 of the series at Staples Center. I thought the area where the Kings were able to pinch down on the blue line, keep pucks in the offensive zone, that was one of the huge contributing factors. While the Kings had success, they spent a lot more time in the offensive zone. That'll be a key for them to try to get off to a good start in that same fashion for Game 6.
And that's absolutely right. You hear the adage in sports that the best defense is a good offense. That's very true in hockey. The best way that you avoid taking penalties is playing with the puck, having the puck in the offensive zone, have the puck on your stick, play a strong possession game. Big challenge going up against a team like the San Jose Sharks, another team with size, another team that has a very good, strong possession game, a team that forechecks very well. But if the Kings want to limit the opportunities that they're playing shorthanded, limit those opportunities where you have Joe Thornton behind the LA net with guys out in front, Brent Burns trying to clear space, don't take those penalties, possess the puck a little bit more, better breakouts, better passing. You saw that quite a bit back in Game number 5. Matt Green, an excellent job of clearing traffic out in front of the net. He was very physical in his own half of the ice, so we'll see if that is able to continue. As Matt Green, very encouraging sign. He played his best hockey that we've seen him play, albeit in a limited period of time, small sample size so far in this season, but Matt Green stepped forward, very encouraging sign for the LA Kings.
Well, I think if you eliminate the power play for San Jose, even in this series, just limited to 7 goals in the entire series. 3 of those goals have come from their defense. Logan Couture, who's their leading scorer throughout the playoffs, he's had 5 goals. All 5 of them have come with the man advantage. So I think if the Kings can take care of business 5-on-5, stay connected, move up and down the ice in units at 5, at the offensive zone, it'll create offensive chances. Defensively, it'll limit the San Jose Sharks to maybe 1 good chance off the initial attempt. After that, there shouldn't be a lot of second or third opportunities. I think the Kings defense have done a really nice job, along with Quick being able to keep the puck close to him, not giving up multiple chances on one rush.
Absolutely. And we talk about Matt Green, and rightfully so, what he's been able to do over the last 2 games, really the last 5 periods, what he has brought to this Kings team. But Robyn Regehr is having his best stint right now as a Los Angeles King. He admitted right after the Kings traded him that it took a little bit of time to kind of get that chemistry going with Drew Doughty. He was effective, but not what we've seen so far in this series right now. He had a nasty game number 5. He's somebody that kind of, when you look at the Kings, that played a little bit with a chip on their shoulder back at home at Staples Center a couple of nights ago. He was somebody that kind of really represented that effort. You saw that moment, of course, where he was jawing and had that moment right in front of the San Jose Sharks bench, a very physical moment. He's continuing to lay out players behind his own net. He's very strong below the face-off dots in his own zone. His physicality, his leadership, his veteran touch is a huge asset to this Los Angeles Kings team right now, looking to close out a series when the Kings are playing in a closeout game in a Game 6. When they have a 3-2 series lead in a game number 6, they have won 6 of 7 series all time. Looking for those statistics to continue the Shark Tank on Sunday night.
And when you look at a series that has been so tightly played, only 18 goals between the 2 teams over the first 5 games. Kings outscoring San Jose 11-7 in that department. You have to activate your defense. Both teams' defense so far in the series are responsible for 3 goals from either side. So getting those guys involved in the attack, in the rush, in the offensive zone, I think is going to be very important for Game 6. Slava Voinov, he's got 3 game-winning goals in the postseason. He's got 4 goals as a defenseman. That's tops amongst any defenseman in the NHL. They're going to look for him on the other end of the spectrum. For San Jose, guys like Boyle, look for him to jump up, become aggressive. Matt Irwin has had a lot of shots, but he hasn't been able to figure on the score sheet. So I think having the defense activated will be a difference. If a team can get some contribution from back in the blue line in Game 6, that might be just exactly what they need.
Absolutely. You've seen that a little bit from the Kings recently. Drew Doughty scoring goals, Slava Voinov as well, being able to jump in there. You saw it earlier in the series when Mike Richard cleared up some space, left the puck for him, and he was able to beat Antti Niemi with a heavy blast. Just missed the net back in game number 5 on a very similar play there, but he's got a very accurate shot. Very worthwhile, very needed right-handed shot from that point. He's somebody that isn't afraid to fire away from just about anywhere. Jake Muzzin, we still haven't seen his best hockey yet in this series. He's gotten better a little bit as the series has gone on, but still somebody that he has that terrific shot. He's got a very quick release on that wrist shot. We saw it quite a bit on the power play. He did have a power play goal in San Jose during the regular season. He's somebody, when you talk about activating the defense, somebody where his best attributes are what he is able to provide offensively, he's somebody that could still factor in offensively in this series.
And I know San Jose feeling very confident in their goaltender, Antti Niemi. He's had an outstanding postseason for them, but he's being faced by Jonathan Quick. Jonathan Quick leads in every goaltending category in the postseason so far. Game 6 should be a beauty. For John Rosen, I'm Daryl Evans for Kings Vision at LAKings.com.